Hey guys, what's up? This is Wasikam Fahim. So today in this video I'm going to share my review on latest FluidOS for Redmi K20 Pro. So the Android version of this ROM is 11 with latest security patch of June, and the stock kernel is Immensity extended with SLNX enforcing, so there's no issue in privacy. This ROM comes with two variants. One is vanilla build and another one is GF build. So I have flashed the GF build in this video. So first of all, let me show you the settings menu of FluidOS. So this was the settings menu. Now let me show you the QS panel. And these are the QS styles available in this ROM. Okay, so now let me show you the fluid customization. So you can customize your ROM from this menu, and here you have the primary theme as enabled the light theme, so this is disabled. Then you have the accent colors, icon shapes, system themes, then the headline and body fonts, and at the bottom you have the lock screen clock style. Then in the status bar you have the clock settings, battery settings, and double tap to sleep, use old style mobile data icons, then the 4G instead of LTE data disable icon, and status bar tuner. Then in the QS you have the traffic indicator, vibrate on touch, QS media player. Then in the lock screen we have the always on display schedule, volume locker wake, lock screen charging info, double tap to sleep, finger on display recognizing animation, and pocket detection with fingerprint authentication vibration. So in this section you can see there's no customization for finger on display recognizing animation effects and the fingerprint pressed color, and as well as you can't change the finger on display icons. So yeah, that's a pretty drawback. And now let me show you the screen of fingerprint on this ROM. So you can see there's a simple white wave whenever you unlock your display with fingerprint, and the fingerprint unlocks the device very fast and accurately. Then in the extras you have the playback control, signature spoofing, IME arrows, then the inverse layout, vibrate on connect, call waiting, and disconnect. Then in the battery section you have the similar AOSP like battery settings. We have the thermal profiles, and these are the thermal profiles in this ROM, but unfortunately the gaming thermal doesn't support 180Hz sampling rate, and as well as this ROM doesn't support any gaming mode by default. And you can see the smart charging is absent in this ROM, so you have to reset or clear your usage data from this delete icon. And this is the total screen on time from this ROM, so I can say the ROM is pretty battery based and good for daily drive. Then in the display section you have the brightness level, dark theme, night light, adaptive brightness, styles, and wallpapers, but the live display is absent here. Then you have the lock screen settings, and here in the advanced settings you have the main display. Then you have the tap to wake and enable blurs. These two options will be disabled by default, so you have to enable them. Then in the sound settings you have the similar AOSP like sound settings, and in the bottom you have the Mi sound enhancer. So unfortunately this ROM doesn't have any Dolby, so you have to manually flash them in the Magisk. And another great thing about this ROM, that this ROM does support power up volume. So let me show you. So as you can see in the volume menu it is showing the volume of power tube. Then in the security option, you have the screen lock, fingerprint, face unlock, app lock, and smart lock. At the bottom in the system, you have the front camera settings, and here you can find the front camera raise dialog, front camera sound effects, calibration, and camera LED. Then in the gestures, you have the gesture navigation settings, and then the swipe to screenshot. So that's all in the system. And then under the developer option, you can see there's no system updater, so you have to flash the latest update of FluidOS from custom recovery. So that's all in the settings. So now let me discuss about the launcher. So by default, this ROM comes with the Fluid launcher. So these are the settings in Fluid launcher. Now let me discuss about the camera on this ROM. And this ROM comes with the snap camera by default, but I have disabled that camera as I don't use that, and I would recommend you to use Google camera or ANX. And I'm using the MGC version of Google camera with BSG5 XML. So now let me show you the Geekbench, and as you can see, this is the single core and multi-core score from the stock Immensity extended kernel. You can see the device is perfectly spoofed as the Pixel 5, so I'm getting the unlimited storage of photos in Google Photos. So in the Play Protect certification, you can see the device is perfectly certified. So this means the device is perfectly passed the SafeTNet. And I did flash magic but didn't hide it, but yet the device is perfectly passing the SafeTNet. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing. So yeah, that's all pretty much it for the FluidOS. And my opinion on this ROM is pretty stable and smooth in terms of daily drive. I didn't game as I don't have any time for gaming, but I can recommend you to use the Soviet kernel with FluidOS for gaming. And the ROM was pretty stable and smooth in terms of my uses, so I would recommend the users to definitely try this ROM. And the one thing I would really miss in this ROM, that there is no de-dimming and high brightness mode that are available on other OSS vendor ROMs. So I hope in the future it will be included. And as you know, there's no screen of fingerprint, so you have to unlock your device with double tap to wake or power button. And yeah, one thing that many users recommend that the screen off and screen on Google Assistants, which is perfectly working in this ROM. So you can use the Google Assistants in screen on and screen off in both situations. So that's all pretty much in the FluidOS. I hope you like it. So if this video helps you, then do like and subscribe to my channel for more. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.